There was a time I didn't know who I was without someone else's approval. I chased praise like it was oxygen, a good grade, a kind word, a nod of approval. Those were the moments I felt seen. But when they stopped coming, I felt invisible, empty, lost. As a child, I believed that if I was helpful enough, quiet enough, good enough, I would be loved. I became the peacekeeper, the achiever, the one who never asked for too much. I learned to smile even when it hurt. I thought being strong meant hiding the pain, but inside, I was breaking. By the time I reached my 20s, the cracks had widened. I was constantly anxious, always tired. I kept saying yes to things I didn't want just to be liked. I compared myself endlessly, my body, my job, my pace in life. Social media became a mirror I hated to look into. Every scroll reminded me of where I wasn't, who I wasn't. I started to believe I was falling behind in a race I never signed up for. And then one day, it all caught up to me. It wasn't some big breakdown, it was something small. Someone canceling plans. I remember sitting alone in my room, staring at my phone, feeling like I didn't matter. And that was the moment it hit me. Why does my worth depend on whether someone shows up for me or not? Why am I so quick to believe I'm not enough? That night, I cried. Really cried. Not because of the canceled plans, but because I realized how many years I had spent abandoning myself to be accepted by others. I knew something had to change. It didn't happen overnight. Healing never does. I started small. I wrote down things I liked about myself. Not what others liked, but what felt true to me. At first, the list was short, but over time, it grew. I set boundaries. I lost people. I found peace. I began to say no without guilt. I stopped explaining myself to people who were committed to misunderstanding me. I learned to sit with my emotions instead of shoving them down. I started asking myself, what do you want? And actually listening to the answer. For the first time, I wasn't living for the applause. I was living for me. Some days were hard. There were moments I missed the comfort of fitting in, even if it meant losing myself. But every time I chose myself, it got a little easier. I started surrounding myself with people who loved me for my soul, not just what I could offer. I began to speak kinder to myself, especially on the bad days. I treated my healing like a sacred journey, not a race to the finish, but a slow, gentle walk back to who I truly was. You will be win.